diabetes and cancer as well.
Mm-hmm.
She died.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's twin. So, uh, Jack was an Okie, okay?
Mm.
So, my dad's two older sisters,
Mm-hmm.
Ruth and Ophelia,
Mm-hmm.
married two brothers.
That's
Okay?
fun. Yeah.
Right, two brothers,
Mm-hmm.
twins. Not twins, two brothers. I don't know why I said twins, but they married two brothers.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and those are Redardes. Okay, they're very light skinned, very light skinned.
Yeah.
Ophelia is very light skinned.
Yeah.
Ruth was a little darker, but still light skinned. She had black hair.
Uh-huh.
Ophelia had light, brownish hair.
Mm-hmm.
But their kids are white as can be.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember seeing them
right.
or something.
They don't even know the word Spanish.
Yeah.
Right? So, but they know where their roots are from, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because their dad, you would never think their dad could speak Spanish just looking at them.
Uh-huh.
But they spoke fluent Spanish. Fluent Spanish. They were as Spanish as you can get.
Yeah.
But they were also as white as you can get.
Yeah.
But unless you talk to them in Spanish, now when me and Dad used to go over there and visit, they talk in Spanish,
Yeah.
and their sons couldn't understand. Okay,
Yeah.
but he spoke Spanish fluently.
Yeah.
First one was Albert, and the other one was Goni.
Uh-huh.
Goni was the older one and married the older sister, Ruth, and Albert married Ophelia. And they used to ride motorcycles. They were how do I phrase it? Because they lived in Ojai and Miners Oaks, most of their friends were white.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you do what's around you, right?
Yeah. I remember I thought they were white.
Yeah.
Like I thought.
You would think so if you didn't know their background.
Yeah.
You.
So I was like, Redarde doesn't sound white. Yeah.
I never knew. Oh, let me rephrase it. I knew their background, but I never heard him speak Spanish, Albert, until me and my dad went over to visit, and this is when we were all adults. All his kids were gone and grown up. He never spoke Spanish when we were little. Okay, they all spoke English because all their kids spoke English. So everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we were all young,
everybody
spoke. I never heard them speak Spanish. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But then now they're all gone.
Uh-huh.
He's speaking to my dad in Spanish, and my dad knows Spanish
Yeah.
as well too,
Yeah.
So, so now maybe he came back to his roots. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of funny that you never heard him speak Spanish before.
Yeah.
And even though I know he knew it.
Yeah.
But now afterwards, he's speaking Spanish.
There's a theory about that, and it's called like this acculturation process. Of like first, sometimes people become very assimilated and want to be so assimilated that they try to deny some of their Not that they're ashamed, but they want to be so much.
Right.
But then as they get older, there's this reverse to come all the way back
to their
around.
roots.
Yeah.
That's probably true. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have to speak. My dad speaks perfect English.
Yeah. I never even knew Grandpa could speak Spanish fluently.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he never ever said anything in Spanish to me. Ever. Ever. To a point where I was like, does he know? Because, Grandpa was always like Johnny Cash and cowboy.
Well, he liked cowboy music, that's true.
Cowboy music and baseball. Like, when I think of Grandpa, I think of like an old white man. Like, he's like so white. Like, war movies and cowboys and baseball. Like, that was like all that he used to show to us. So he was never...
You know.
And then he would say like prejudiced things against Mexican people a lot of times too. Like when we'd be walking around, he'd be like, "Oh, there's a Latinx over there. Like don't talk to them." So
well, that's a carryover from from his time, because wetbacks were looked at upon poorly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he had a name for everybody, like
well, yeah.
bad. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, in general, he made it seem like he was different than that. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't him.
He liked to teach. I mean, that was his way of, bad jokes. That just,
and then I know when I got older, he did it more because he knew that I'd be like, Grandpa, you can't say that.
right, exactly.
And it was just like his way to like tease.
Yeah.
But when I think of everything that reminds me of Grandpa, it's like the whitest things ever. Like when people are like, "Oh, didn't your grandpa used to listen to like this Spanish music or that?" And I'm like, "No, my grandpa listened to Johnny Cash, and he listened to like that singing cowboy guy, Gene Autry. Like he liked cowboy stuff." So I was like,
well, no, he spoke perfectly Spanish, and his Spanish was actually,
fluent.
my dad actually spoke pretty well. I mean, English and Spanish.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually had good enunciation.
Yeah.
He used to tease my mom all the time, but he spoke really good English. And he spoke really good Spanish. I mean, he just didn't speak it. He only spoke it when he spoke to women like that.
Why do you think that you didn't teach us Spanish? Did you forget most of it?
Oh yeah, because I didn't. Remember, we didn't speak it in the house. So, and the only time I spoke it was when I was living with my grandmother, right? So, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And you do. You actually lose it. I know your mom. I'm sure your mom and I used to speak a lot better when we were little kids. Yeah. That's all you know, right? So, but yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. So now I don't even try to remember. It doesn't bother me. For one thing, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of Chicanos focus on their English. To get ahead, Spanish wasn't a language to learn. You got to learn English to get ahead. And everybody wanted to get ahead. And I was no different than anybody else. So I concentrated on getting my English, and my math and all that. Because that's, education, right?
And now it's the reverse. Now you need to know Spanish.
Not necessarily. It's a nice added bonus if you do, because there are job opportunities. But you still better know English.
Yeah. Now you need to know both.
Right. If you know both, that's even better. But you still better know English. You better not just know Spanish and think that's going to get you through. So
knowing both is what's preferred.
Right. And I feel for you because now there's more Mexicans around, and you don't speak Spanish, they look down on you. That never bothered me, but it seems more prevalent now. When it was just the opposite when I was a kid. So I feel for you that we should have learned more Spanish when we were growing up. It just wasn't a requirement. I didn't need it. And it was tough enough just trying to get ahead in your career. So I don't know. I've thought about maybe taking a Spanish class at the local high school, brush up on it. I know I could probably pick it up pretty quickly. I don't know, I might do that. No urgency. But I would recommend it for you. You're still young.
It's like the only way, even for grants, for jobs, it's like you get preference if you're bilingual.
Right.
And it sucks.
But it hasn't stopped you.
Nope, still don't do it.
All right.